Hello and welcome to TRTV. Watch this broadcast anytime on the 106 Rescue Wing Facebook page or our YouTube channel.
On June 9th, the U.S. Senate confirmed General Charles Q. Brown, Jr., a decorated pilot and experienced commander, to be the 22nd Air Force Chief of Staff. With a vote of 98-0, General Brown would become the first African American in history to lead any branch of the U.S. military as its highest ranking officer. Secretary of the Air Force Barbara Barrett congratulated Brown on his confirmation and highlighted the important role he will play leading the Air Force into the future and carrying on the strategic vision of the current Air Force Chief of Staff, General David L. Goldfein. Also, Joanne S. Bass named 19th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Chief Master Sergeant Joanne Bass was selected June 19th to become the 19th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, becoming the first woman in history to serve as the highest-ranking non-commissioned member of a U.S. military service. In selecting Bass, incoming Air Force Chief of Staff General C.Q. Brown said Bass brings skill, temperament, and experience that the job requires and an outlook on leadership that meshes with his own. I could not be more excited to work side by side with Chief Bass, Brown said. She has unique skills that will help us both lead the total force and live up to the high expectation of our airmen, he said. She is a proven leader who has performed with distinction at every step of her accomplished career. I have no doubt that Chief Bass will provide wise counsel as we pursue and implement initiatives to develop and empower airmen at all levels. I am honored and humbled to be selected as the 19th Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force and follow in the footsteps of some of the best leaders our Air Force has ever known, Bass said. The history of the moment isn't lost on me. I'm just ready to get after it. I am extremely grateful and proud of my family and friends who helped me along the way. In National Guard news, what started as the deployment of several hundred troops to a containment zone placed around an outbreak in New Rochelle in March grew to over 3,620 troops on duty, members from the New York Army National Guard, the New York Air Guard, the New York Guard, and the New York Naval Militia responding. Initially, soldiers and airmen provided food to New Rochelle families, cleaned facilities, delivered hand sanitizers, and established the first state-run COVID-19 drive-through test site. On March 22nd, an executive order put New York on pause, and the mission grew. Testing sites were established on Long Island and New York City. Food distribution began in the city as well. Over 22.7 million meals delivered, 300,000 COVID-19 tests collected, 270,000 phone calls answered, and 25,000 pallets of medical supplies warehoused, and 6,000 distributed. Established 4 alternate care facilities, including one at the Jacob Javits Convention Center, where 1,095 COVID-19 patients were treated and helped New York City's medical examiners conduct the dignified recoveries of 2,882 New Yorkers who died during the crisis. At Elmhurst Medical Center, a public city hospital, the New York Times called the epicenter of the virus, 14 pararescuemen from the 106 Rescue Wing helped overwhelmed staff for 4 weeks. The airmen managed ventilators and helped turn over patients to help them breathe better. They were force multipliers, said Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Doc Rush, the 106 Rescue Wing's medical group commander. By June, soldiers and airmen were staffing 15 drive-up test sites and 5 coronavirus antibody testing sites. Governor Andrew M. Cuomo said the National Guard played a key role in the state's pandemic response. You showed up when other people played it safe. You had the courage to show up, Cuomo told members of the New York National Guard at the Jacob Javits Center March 27th. You had the skill and the professionalism to make a difference that saved lives. The response, Cuomo added, is historic. 10 years from now, you'll be talking about today to your children or your grandchildren, and you will shed a tear because you'll remember the lives lost. You remember the faces, and you remember the names, and you remember how hard we worked and that we still lost loved ones, he said. The toughest mission, according to Major General Ray Shields, the Adjutant General of New York, was assisting the Office of the Chief Medical Examiners of New York with the dignified recovery of people who died in their homes. Normally, 25 people die at home in New York City each day. On some days, the 250 soldiers and airmen on the mission dealt with over 200 deaths. Your work made a difference for families at a very critical time and need when their loss is most personal, Shield told members during an April visit. On June 5th, the 106th bid farewell and best wishes to former commander, newly promoted Brigadier General Michael Bank, and welcomed Colonel Sean Fitzgerald as the new commander to lead the 106th Rescue Wing into the future during a change of command ceremony at Westhampton Beach, New York. Brigadier General Bank gave his utmost confidence in Colonel Sean Fitzgerald's ability, stating that he knows and understands our people and mission inside and out. Colonel Fitzgerald expressed he was honored to be selected as the next wing commander of the 106th Rescue Wing, having served here for 14 years. Colonel Fitzgerald is a graduate of the Air Force Academy and a veteran of the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, where he also served as an Army officer with the Rangers. The 106th Rescue Wing, based at FS Gabreski Air National Guard Base, is one of 3 Air National Guard search and rescue wings that specializes in conducting rescue missions anywhere around the world under any conditions. Individual Air and Space Force members are free to carry out their rights and responsibility of United States citizens. Restrictions for participating in demonstration exist when the Air Force members are on duty in uniform in a foreign country, when their activity constitutes a breach of law and order, or when violence is likely to result. Military members who violate this provision are subject to disciplinary actions under Article 92 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Mutual respect is an essential part of Air and Space Force culture. Air and Space Force members are expected to be treated with and to treat others with dignity and respect. Air and Space Force members are expected to uphold the core values of integrity, excellence, and service before self, both on and off duty.
Is anyone in there?
Com Focal Point, Emmett Aquino, how may I help you?
Is something going on? I'm having trouble connecting to my email.
Yes, it's a part of the CHES migration. CHES is a cloud-based email system where it increases your mailbox size to 100 gigabytes. It also includes 1 terabyte of storage on your OneDrive, and also all the data travels with you every time you sign into a new computer. However, no PSTs are allowed on the OneDrive.
How exciting! Can you help me set it up?
Here's how to do it. If you go into this PC where your network drives are located and go into the Communications Self-Help drive, you'll see a folder named Nipper ANG CHES Transition. Inside there, you'll find the checklist where you can complete the transition to CHES.
Thank you. I will go back to my desk now and give it a try.
Hey! Hey! I'm throwing things away! The new armored vehicle we are contracted to build is rated to withstand an explosion of 10 pounds worth of TNT. But it's 50% weaker behind the rear wheel wells. Severe damage there could paralyze the vehicle. Don't tell anyone that I didn't shred my sensitive documents. They all ended up right here for anyone to read.
You wouldn't tell the whole world the details of your work. Why wouldn't you shred your sensitive documents?